The vision of ATG is accessible mobility for all.
This company is all about helping people that are disadvantaged or disabled like myself.
We are a unique not-for-profit organisation endeavouring to reduce the impact of social isolation and social exclusion in our society. We operate 3 principal services: Ring and Ride, our on-demand door-to-door transport service, operating across the West Midlands for those who find it either difficult or impossible to use conventional public transport, and we undertake just under 900,000 trips per annum.
I've really enjoyed it up in the call centre, which is where I work, and it allows me to have independence and not have to rely on my parents having to take me and bring me home from work because I get the buses.
Well, Sundays were always a dead day to me because I was used to going out every Sunday with my husband. But Ring and Ride has given me an awful lot of friends and freedom. We go out every Sunday, first for coffee at the garden centre, then we picked up and we go to the pub for our Sunday lunch.
And I like to go out of a Sunday because it saves me cooking. And I've met a lot of nice people on there, on the Ring and Ride, and I love it.
One of the drivers went to pick up one of our friends and he couldn't get any answer, so he goes in because all the doors are open and she was lying in the garden. She was so badly injured that he had to send for an ambulance. And while we were waiting for the ambulance, he got blankets and a hat for her to wear. She had came out of hospital yesterday after 7 weeks, and we and all the family think she wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for the driver.
And I'm glad of the Ring and Ride. I think they're doing a marvellous job now, getting all the people out who can't go out and about.
Best part about my job is when I turn up to take the elderly people out and about, and I know that I'm making a difference in their life because a lot of them are lonely and don't see anyone day to day. It's a door-to-door service. They don't have to lug their shopping from a bus stop, and it really helps them to be independent as well.
I had an accident on a West Midlands bus which didn't have seat belts, and I was thrown out of my seat, taken to the hospital from the bus, and didn't feel safe. I couldn't walk for a period of time. So if I was to use public transport again, I would have needed to have gone from home to the nearest bus stop. However, because of the service offered by Ring and Ride, that eliminated one of the barriers. So I really had reduced mobility. And to use a service like this that picked me up from home, took me to where I needed to go, and had seat belts, invaluable is an understatement. You know, I'm glad that I was aware of the service that was offered, because my life would have been totally different if I wasn't able to access that service. And it made a difference when I was at such a vulnerable place, because I was so used to being independent, and then because of my injuries, both physically and psychologically, it was an invaluable part of my progression. When you are already vulnerable, when you already have to overcome barriers before you even pick up the phone and book, it's made such a difference that the staff in the call centre know who I am, know what my needs were. It was different to the average call centre. The perception that I have of a call centre is you're just another number and you can be speaking to anybody, but that's not been my experience here. Amazing drivers. They get to know you. It's not just... I cannot make a comparison to that of any other service. If you go on any other form of public transport, you'd be quite fortunate if the bus driver or whatever driver would recognise you. But because this is such a one-to-one service, they actually know who you are, what your needs are, what your personality's like. And as such, I cannot fault the drivers.
Our ATG Education Service provides school and college transport for those with special educational needs. Each day we support approximately 2,800 children and young adults accessing their educational institutions. And then we have iGo Bus, our community bus operation, which operates just over 80 accessible buses across the West Midlands, carrying approximately 150,000 passengers per month. Our iGo Bus operation is differentiated by our high levels of customer service, which are very much focused on the training of our drivers, who are trained in fully in terms of dementia awareness, disability awareness, specific aspects such as wheelchair handling and wheelchair security. And we have a particular recognition of the challenges of those with the hidden disabilities of various mental health conditions in using passenger transport. In meeting these particular needs, firstly, we have been going through the process of installing seatbelts across all our fleet, as it is generally now recognised that those with various hidden disabilities feel more secure when there are seatbelts provided. We are doubling the amount of wheelchair space in our iGo buses, and also we very much recognise that those who do have some form of hidden disability, this would tend to manifest itself in terms of quite high anxiety levels in actually catching a bus. So what we've done, in addition to the training of the driver, we've tried to make the entrance to the vehicles a lot more friendly and welcoming, including large, almost a metre across, happy face emojis, which we tend to find puts a smile on people's faces as they come onto the bus. Not long after introducing the emojis and making this relatively simple change, we found that there was evidence on their social media of a very positive reaction from our young users.
Right, my days, I work with obviously iGo, which I do love the company. It's a friendly company. We work together as a family really. We all get on. My daily job is I take passengers with special needs, which is called adult services, and I go to the homes to pick them up in the morning and take them to a day centre where they spend the majority of the day at the centre, and then during the afternoon I go back and pick them up and then take them back home to the carers.
So I've got a disabled son who also uses the iGo transport to go to the day centre 3 days a week, which takes a lot of pressure off me, having to get him there and get him back.
We are as individual as our fingerprints, and we have so many different needs. And because of the warm, friendly service that I've received, it's made such a difference to my journey of recovery.